The Stranger by Katherine Mansfield. Narrated by Sister C. It seemed to the little crowd on the wharf that she was never going to move again. There she lay, immense, motionless on the grey, crinkled water, a loop of smoke above her, an immense flock of gulls screaming and diving after the galley droppings at the stern. You could just see little couples parading, little flies walking up and down the dish on the grey, crinkled tablecloth. Other flies clustered and swarmed at the edge. Now there was a gleam of white on the lower deck, the cook's apron or the stewardess perhaps. Now a tiny black spider raced up the ladder onto the bridge. In the front of the crowd, a strong-looking, middle-aged man, dressed very well, very snugly in a grey overcoat, grey silk scarf, thick gloves and dark felt hat, marched up and down, twirling his folded umbrella. He seemed to be the leader of the little crowd on the wharf, and at the same time to keep them together. He was something between the sheepdog and the shepherd. But what a fool! What a fool he had been not to bring any glasses. There wasn't a pair of glasses between the whole lot of them. "Curious thing, Mr. Scott, that none of us thought of glasses. We might have been able to stir 'em up a bit. We might have managed a little signalling. 'Don't hesitate to land, natives harmless,' or 'a welcome awaits you, all is forgiven,' what, eh?" Mr. Hammond's quick, eager glance, so nervous and yet so friendly and confiding, took in everybody on the wharf, roped in even those old chaps lounging against the gangways. They knew, every man jack of them, that Mrs. Hammond was on that boat, and that he was so tremendously excited it never entered his head not to believe that this marvellous fact meant something to them too. It warmed his heart towards them. They were, he decided, as decent a crowd of people. Those old chaps over by the gangways, too. Fine, solid old chaps. What chests, by Jove! And he squared his own, plunged his thick-gloved hands into his pockets, rocked from heel to toe. "Yes, my wife's been in Europe for the last 10 months, on a visit to our eldest girl who was married last year. I brought her up here, as far as Salisbury myself."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?